So I was living in London and met Phil, my husband, this lovely Kiwi. Was very intrigued with his lifestyle. He was living on a barge on the Grand Union Canal in London. Our first child was born in London, and after 2 years living on a barge with a toddler, we decided that it probably was best to maybe socialise her a bit. And so we decided we would either move to Ireland or New Zealand. And we actually didn't spend much time thinking about what we would do. We tossed a coin. We were sitting in the Brian Boru Hotel in Thames having a pint, and we saw an ad in the Herald, and it was a 3-line ad, and it said, "Buy a business in Paradise," and there was a phone number. And so we rang to find out where Paradise was, and it was Great Barrier Island. One of the things that we were really surprised with, there was no pub on the island. What we knew from Ireland and London, sort of an authentic pub, and so we thought, yeah, let's open an Irish pub.
Can I have the mussels?
Mussels. It's lovely. It's with homemade brown bread, and it's in a lovely white wine and garlic sauce. When I left school, the last thing I was going to do was work in hospo. I studied labour law at university, had a career for a while, and then kept drifting into hospo, and finally had to admit that this is what I love. I love meeting people, looking after people, and yeah, every day is different. I'm from a little fishing village in the southwest of Ireland called Currach. So Annie, my grandma, ran one of the local pubs. A lot of these villages in Ireland had lots of pubs. It was just known as Annie's pub. So this is Annie, and I'm on her right, and my sister Eileen's on the left. This is at the back of the pub in Currach. She loved to cook, and of course, part of being a fishing village, we had beautiful fresh fish. She would always have lovely fish in the pub, and always a fish soup. It was never called chowder. From my memory in Ireland, it was always just called fish soup. But it was very similar to the seafood chowder that we serve here in the Currach Irish pub.
Yeah, fish from Pete.
Oh,
lovely.
She's a beauty. That's going to make a nice chowder.
Yeah.
We make our chowder at the pub from scratch. We buy our fish whole, as opposed to buying in ready-made fish stock, which a lot of restaurants do. And then we use our veggies from the garden, and we also are very lucky on this island to have a wonderful orchard, O'Kiwi Passion, and they provide fabulous organic veggies for the restaurant. Phil's the chef. I prefer eating than cooking. So when I met a Kiwi in London that was a chef, then, you know, that was it, really. It was all over.
What we put all the fish bits in the frame, whole pile of vegetables and water, and then bring it bring it up to a simmer, and simmer it for maybe an hour.
Phil and I compared our grandparents' chowder recipes, and I have to say that the Irish one would have way more potato in it, and also bacon. The Irish seafood chowder has bacon. It smells so good. We don't add bacon to the chowder we have here in the pub, because a lot of people want to have a fish soup without the meat.
Well, pescatarians come in and they don't want to have it. You can't take it out once, then you can't take the bacon out, and I don't think it does much flavour anyway. It just makes a dish. But then, if you look at most Irish dishes, they have bacon and potatoes in them. And into this just now goes the vegetables. This is some carrots and potatoes. Just all the vegetables in now. We just let it come slow to a simmer and cook the vegetables, and then from there we start adding the fish.
The Currach is celebrating its 20th anniversary in a week, and it's going to be a huge night at the pub. Everyone's really excited. And there are a lot of memories in the pub for the locals. We celebrate a lot of birthdays, weddings, christenings, funerals. It's a really special part of the community. Hi. So lovely seafood chowder and lovely baked bread, just baked today. Barrier has a wonderful village feel, and I think that's why I feel so at home here, being so far from Ireland, because I do get homesick at times, but Barrier is more like Ireland than anywhere else I've lived in the world. To friends. Sláinte, as they